Hi, New Era Moms. My name's Valeska Jacques, and I'm co-founder of Rivet. An entrepreneur now for 12 years, mom for 6 years. Proud of 2 boys, 5 and 1.5. And we are today here with Stella and Luli.
Hi, I'm Stella Reed. I'm a wife, I'm a mom, I'm a stepmom, I'm a mom entrepreneur, and I'm a parent coach, and I'm excited to be here.
And I am Luli B, mom entrepreneur, wife as well, but more importantly, I get to empower mom entrepreneurs to have it all.
Definitely. And the biggest topic for today is fashion, and how hard is it or not to be hot as a mom?
Well, for me, it's very hard. I think I can't say I don't have the reasoning of having a baby. It's not because I had a baby and I can't get back into my clothes. I think I've just lost that feeling of really me being an important person in the equation. Sometimes I have no problem dressing my son. I have no problem telling my husband how good he looks. But I think I really have to step it up. So I'm going to take tips from you two.
I think what's really important, all three of us live in big cities. I'm in Miami and the two of you are in LA. And so being surrounded by a lot of opportunities to look fabulous in luxury brands and a lot of people that judge you based on the brands, it can get really hard when you're trying to be very fashion forward for yourself. And I think that's the biggest thing, is something that a lot of people know me for is the kind of jewelry I wear, the kinds of colors that pop, and that's just me. And I think identifying what I wear that makes me feel comfortable and making sure that I take the time to do that for myself, because it is very easy, especially after you've had your kids and you're on maternity leave or you're taking a leave of absence. I think that's when it happens the most. You get very comfortable in the pajamas. And I remember actually a great show. It's the show that Christina Applegate does, the Up All Night, and she's prepared like this wonderful, super romantic candlelit dinner for her husband. And she sits down, and she had just gotten home the dad did. Okay. And so she comes home from work, and her husband has prepared this candlelit dinner, and she says to him, "Let me slip into something more comfortable." And she goes into the room. And she comes out like in this oversized t-shirt and like jams. And of course the husband was thinking about something completely different.
Yes, exactly.
And I think that's what happens. We get like in this comfort zone. So I think for all of us, as we prepped for this episode today, we really realized it's not so much about how much you're spending on yourself or the brands that you wear. It's more about what is it that makes you look good, which in turn makes you feel good.
Exactly. I can agree more with everyone in what they're saying today. And, something that really resonates in my mind is that, my family is from Chile, so with the South American background, and also I see it a lot even with Central America, Europeans, a lot of them have the same belief. It's, dressing up for someone is also a sign of respect for that person. It's like you're taking the time to look good. One thing is for yourself, but it's more for that other person. You're showing them a sign of respect, that they're worthy of your time, to make sure that you're giving them that kind of attention in a way. So that's something what we came from. It's a sign of respect, especially in the business world, making sure you did take the time to be professional, essentially. So and it intertwines on the social level as well. So that's my first step and how I was brought up. And then second is that, we were sharing some stories earlier and laughing, and how it's very easy to let go of yourself, because I get it. Both of my kids were C-section, as much as I tried to do it naturally. But it is what it is at the end. And after, that whole healing process, and then I nursed both of my babies, and it's much easier to after the nursing bra and just wearing those, cotton t-shirts all the time. But it gets to a place like, wait a minute, just having that moment of self-reflection, like, whoa, I'm getting too caught up in this, and I have to make sure I'm still me here. And I was just sharing stories how, you know, I got to a point where if I had to bring my baby into the shower with me, then so be it. If I had to bring him in his little chair, and naturally when he got older and he could sit up better, have him play with the cotton balls or whatever. But the first thing I do in the morning is making sure before everyone gets up, I take my shower, I get ready, I get dressed, and I'm ready to go. And then I take care of my kids before, you know, and then I'm doing my conference calls later on in the rest of the day. But the point is being ready and making sure you look good, because at the end, who's going to look at you all the time? Your husband. So again, you know, it makes it nice. It's nice, you know, where you could dress up and make sure that you still look good for him each day. And I can't stress that anymore.
And I think that what happens too is that a lot of times perhaps we dress up and look good for our clients and for the business meetings and the networking opportunities. And on our way home, we start to maybe rub our eyes, or the lipstick is gone. And I think it's also important to take into consideration that the person, like you said, Valeska, that we need to look the best for is our family, and no, that's not meant to be a shallow comment at all. It's just looking nice. You know, the house is always going to look prettier with flowers on the outside, and we're always going to look prettier with a little bit more lipstick, or our hair down versus pulled back. So just taking that extra time again and managing our time wisely to look our best, because I do feel that when we look our best, we feel our best, and we actually perform our best, not only in the business world, but also in our personal lives.
I think what I'm going to take from what you both said is I'm going to change my mindset. So I'm definitely going to make more effort about not being so slovenly dressed around the home, because I always make an effort, like you say, when it's for clients or for a meeting. But one thing that I'm going to say that I am going to change for me is, and this is no disrespect to my husband, but I'm not going to start dressing for my husband. I'm going to start dressing for me.
That's right.
I'm going to start impressing me, because I think the person that I have to impress the most is me.
That's right.
So watch this space with me.
And look how fabulous you look with all of our jewelry. We actually, I got this borrowed by Hilda Menino, which is a phenomenal Stella and Dot stylist out of Miami. She lent us all this fabulous jewelry. We're all wearing like the awesome necklaces, and Valeska and I are thrilled that we're dressing Stella up with this awesome jewelry. Doesn't she look fabulous?
Had a makeover. I actually want to say thank you, Hilda. I love this piece, and it may not be going back to Miami. Thank you very much.
Too funny. But some simple things, just throwing on some accessories, something I want to say, you know, as I was going to Target, you know, buying some diapers for my son, and then I see this spectacular top, throw it on, and it feels comfortable, it looks great, and why not? You know, I mean, I was really big on going to Macy's and going to the, you know, the stores, because that's, you know, during my single days, that's just where you went. The style was hot.
Right.
Back then, they weren't at Target, Walmart, you know, and all those other places. Now they're bringing in, like, I think Kim Kardashian launched her line, you know, in some retail store that's, you know, much more cost effective. But, you know, that's where things are going. And J-Lo, I think, was one of the first ones to come and bring, you know, stylish clothing to a better, more cost-effective place.
Looking good doesn't have to cost you a whole lot.
Exactly. And if you have to spread it out, you know, if it's $10, you know, when you go get something for the kiddies, grab something for yourself, too, while you're at it. You know, I know as moms, I honestly, that was one thing when we talked about guilt. You know, it's just like, if I bought something for myself, I felt guilty, because that money could go towards, you know, another enrichment class for him, for my son or whatnot. It was always something that I was, oh my God, that should be going to the kids. And then I had to go through this process, like, well, wait a minute, I need to take care of myself as well. So, and it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
Maybe the point that you're making there as well, Valeska, is, you know, how we talk about, you know, planning things and, you know, scheduling.
Right.
Maybe also now this is a little bit about budget and making sure that everybody gets a little piece of the pie. Because, again, as moms, we tend to take care of everybody else first. So, you know, when you're budgeting for how much you've got to spend, make sure you make some allowance for the things that, you know, even if it's something that, say it's $40, not $10, well, at least, you know, $10 this week and $10 next week, then I can get that top.
Exactly. Or, you know, makeup, anything, little things like that here and there, for sure.
I completely agree. I mean, I think that for me, even getting my nails done, there was a big period in my life where I wasn't getting my hair done or my nails, because I wanted to, very similar to Valeska, I wanted to save the money and I felt guilty. And my husband started telling me, why aren't you doing your nails? Why aren't you doing your hair? And again, he could care less if I came home with red hair or black hair. For him, it was, you're not doing things for yourself. And I'm a firm believer, as I said earlier, if you take care of yourself and you feel good, you're going to be a better mom, a better wife, and a better businesswoman. And that's what it's all about today.